Good evening, everyone. In the news stories we cover here at Channel 2, sometimes there is just one image, a single picture that says it all. And we want you to see one of those right now. It's the first look we got today of the site of the plane crash in Denali National Park. It was posted on the park's Facebook page earlier today. In this wider view, you can see the rugged terrain and just how steep this mountain is. It's hard to see, but if you look right here, that little red spot, this is the wreckage of that Flightseeing plane that went down on Saturday evening. Now, the plane is barely visible in the snow, which no doubt made it harder for rescue crews to find it. And it's hard to believe the plane stayed on this very steep snowbank on the side of the mountain. Now, 4 people are now confirmed dead. The 5th is missing and presumed dead. And we're learning more about the lives lost in that crash, the pilot and 4 passengers who were visiting from Poland. New tonight, Channel 2's Beth Verge talked to the man who's helping to break the sad news to the families of those Polish visitors. Beth?
That's right, Mike. 5 families in multiple communities, both stateside and overseas, left to grieve tonight after their loved ones perished in a tragic plane crash here in Alaska. A cold reality in Alaska.
Some very difficult flying up there.
The beauty and attraction of flight-seeing tours here, with hopes of spotting Denali from above. A danger. In this case, the helicopters you see here are shifting from search and rescue to recovery. As 5 people won't see home again after a fatal crash on the mountain this past weekend.
I virtually could not believe it. It was very sad situation.
4 were Polish nationals, traveling as part of a larger group of 9, according to the Polish consulate in Anchorage, responsible for relaying all of this info to the larger consulates and breaking news to kin. The passengers were on a tundra tour, he says, beginning in Alberta and touring through Alaska. 3 of the tourists who perished were in their 50s or 60s.
It's hard to accept that. You know, they cry, and you almost want to cry with them,
Then there's veteran pilot Craig Layson, who was flying a K-2 plane on Saturday evening, sending out 2 distress calls in a desperate attempt at rescue from this. Brutal, snowy conditions, as seen in one of the first pictures taken of the crash site.
Very steep rock, glacier, ice.
A father and husband.
He's about my age, in his 50s, and real nice guy. Competent pilot.
A friend, too, to fellow flyers.
He's a really nice guy. He'd come over and get coffee, and, he'd actually make biscuits and gravy for all the pilots that wanted to come over.
Despite the unpredictable and unforgiving Alaska range, the risks of flying near North America's tallest peak usually seem well worth the reward. But not today.
In Polish, największe wyrazy współczucia, kondolencje.
We are all thinking about the pilot, passengers, their communities, again, both here in the States and overseas. And as most know, there is a delay for this information coming out because next of kin need to be notified first, something that's taken a bit longer with the nature of this case. The National Park Service does say there will be no further updates tonight on the identities of the victims as they are still working to notify those families.